There we go. Alright, are you ready to hop into this?
No.
Skeet,
So I made eye contact with you. Like, what'd you think of that?
I thought it too, and I was like, I can't give it to you, man.
No, please
I
don't.
can't.
You shouldn't. You know what? Good for you. Hi! Welcome to Vitamin D&D. There we go. Alright, are you ready to hop into this?
No.
Skeet,
So I made eye contact with you. Like, what'd you think of that?
I thought it too, and I was like, I can't give it to you, man.
No, please
I
don't.
can't.
You shouldn't. You know what? Good for you. Hi! Welcome to Vitamin D&D. Before we get set into this next episode, now that the Chapter 4 Destruction's Light of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmen, is officially at an end with the death of Zodorok Sunblight and the defense of East Haven, we're going to go ahead and step into this next chapter and see where you guys take it. But before then, we're going to do shout-outs to the usual. First, of course, is our proud affiliate, Hero Forge. I say proud from our standpoint. I have no idea how they feel.
Ambivalent.
I assume we've done well
these
so
guys again.
far.
Yeah.
We've done well so far. If you like customized miniatures, just like the ones that you see everyone use here, please go ahead, go to our About section. There's a referral link to Hero Forge where you guys will get a discount and we'll get cash, and you'll support the channel in a great way because you get a reward. So thank you for that. The second of all is, of course, to Michael Goffy Studios and Philip Melvin, who have done fantastic jobs at delightful ambiances inside the background, as well as beautiful customizable soundtracks to the nth degree. Philip has been releasing some amazing things. If you pay attention to our Twitter, you'll be seeing it because I post it every time I listen and nerd out. So please, by all means, go and check out the stuff and then go support them on their Patreon because they're amazing.
And follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, like, comment, subscribe.
And YouTube.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Follow us
to
here.
Twitch.
Wherever.
I'll go to each of our Instagrams. Please don't.
Just like wait outside our
Not my
houses.
Right.
Instagram, but my Twitter.
Send
Sure.
some fan email to Annalicia. She loves talking about her
Hey,
personal
say
life.
some weird stuff to me. Like, where's all the weirdos?
Yeah.
I get too many normal conversations.
Yeah, I was told that I would get harassing comments, and I've gotten literally zero. So.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
How dare you guys?
Go to
dare
a
you.
different channel for
Thank
that.
you for being respectful. So without further ado, if there's no other announcements, I think we're just gonna go take a step into Icewind Dale.
No. We haven't had the trivia mark.
I did it again.
Welcome back. So my friends,
Remember that?
where we left off.
Are we
Was
friends?
crazy.
Are we friends after that?
We haven't talked to each other.
So, after destroying the Charlotte Dragon lying at your feet, with the death of some allies and people close to us, we heard the final chanting of the Dwargar forces heading towards the tower, trying to stop that beacon of sunlight, maybe just to get one spiteful attempt to ruin something here inside East Haven. And so the race began, as the good people on board of a mammoth tried to head out towards where Donaboni, Ronaldo, and several guards were bound up with the cannon, holding the summer star, still projecting a beaming line of sunlight. And despite the attempt of many creatures going for you, still holding true to your concentration the entire time. So, as we were collapsing buildings were knocking us off of our mammoths before we were able to get back on and head on out, the blizzard that came, we've seen this reaction happen from the use of the summer star before, but we were able to navigate out of the blizzard, but out in the wilderness. Here, the blizzard came from the horizon, from the outside of East Haven, encircled around the tower. Through many ways of using a cannonball, a brave ending of an individual who had lost their son, and other NPCs that we guided for help that had been caretaken through many of the actions that you guys have done. Not many of the Dwarven forces were left banging at the door of the tower before the good people arrived, and one final bout occurred where the summoning of a demon
Yeah?
that
Wild card!
Pat came across as this strange white gnarled teeth demon came along, killing Zodorok in a very impressive display before taking the corpse and saying,
Pretty weird.
"Thank you. We've been looking for him. But we'll be back for a cuddle later." And as it disappeared, melting the snow underneath it, the snow slowly and the water slowly started to freeze over as a large figure landing on the outside of the tower. And as the blizzard slowly but surely collected the lights of cold light walkers that we've experienced before, and something else sinister and large roaming on the outsides. Eventually we were visited by Oriel herself, appearing amongst the middle of you, beckoning with just one physical gesture from the summer star. There was some resistance, naturally so, but she proved ruthless as the cold light walker sent beams in, hitting everybody except Ronaldo, killing several militia and Lieutenant Bourne himself. Before finally handing it on over, she simply took it and disappeared. And as Blizzard left from her wake, not a single corpse inside the blizzard was left behind. So my friends, today's session starts off exactly where we left off. As you guys are collected outside of the tower now and then. A few that seem to have picked themselves off of the ground, nearly taken by the blizzard, but as it dissipates, they were able to pick themselves up. Occasionally kind of limping around, several individuals, sellswords and militia alike, staring across the battered town of East Haven, but no Dwargar in sight. East Haven still stands. And then now and then there's some banging on the doors before one is opened up by militia in the little basement area door that had been opened up. Several other commoners start to walk on out, and as you can start to see, they're looking around the town that's destroyed, but being checked on and making sure that they're okay down in the patches. And as they come out, they meet no resistance from the forces. The sunlight from the summer star is now dimmed down, and the aurora that is across the sky slowly starts to fade as dusk comes along. I will say this though, I haven't seen this occur many times. The aurora fades right before the sunlight dips up and night comes. This time, however, there's quite a bit of sunlight that beams over the mountain and stretches for quite some time. And as the citizens stare across at brief, the ones that were kind of hidden underneath, there's a brief moment where the sunlight is piercing over for a lot longer than it usually does before night comes and falls over the city.
First rose sunset.
Hate to see it go, but love to see it walk away, huh? Never seen a sunset before, so this is pretty wild, guys.
I'm gonna go back to where the dragon was. There's the...
Oh, sure, it's quite some time, but
Doesn't matter.
as you're walking through the city, now
I
that
am
you see
horny
people,
for the sun. Okay, it's difficult. We'll make it work.
as you're walking through the city streets, every now and then you start to see some folk start to walk on out. Citizens are starting to get used. Hammer starts walking past you, heading out towards that direction as well. The mammoth being guided by him, as the two of them just kind of limp back towards that particular area as well. Charlie does a quick make sure everyone's right here. Looks at the ice sculptures of where the militia were for a second before he goes, "Oh fuck!" And he starts running about, and you get started to him, "Boys!" He's whistling throughout the streets as he's running through, trying to go look for his dogs.
Oh, all of my organs hurt so much.
I'm just gonna take a little walk. That was a lot.
Yeah.
That wasn't good. That didn't make me feel good at all.
That's it. By the time you start taking your time to walk about, Remy eventually sort of saws his way out of the tower before he finds you. Puts a hand on your shoulder for a little bit. He's like, "Come a far way, kid. He's tangled with a fucking god. Good for you." Taps you on the back twice for a little bit before he starts walking off. He says, "I need a fucking drink." And he just continues to walk out.
Remy.
Ah.
No.
You good? Alright. I'm gonna head back to the usual spot, see if it's still standing, and if it is, I'll be there drinking. Hey, Ronaldo? You wanna come join me before Ronaldo gets up? He takes a look at Donna, taking a walk from himself, and he says, yeah, I think I'd like that. And the two of them start walking out towards the direction of where, hopefully, the white lady relates. So as you're walking through the streets, as commoners are starting to be released from the safe houses, it really starts to hit you how many you've saved. Lots of people are coming out. The preventative measures that you guys did, along with the militia being able to have the summer store out for as long as they did, gave you exceptional odds for defending every kind of safe house and area that there was. Even the ones that were possessed, they were knocked out. And so
How many militia were killed? I asked.
I would say if you took the time to, I don't know, maybe count or whatever, or ask somebody, you would say list.
Charlie's about to battle.
Oh, hey there.
Gus, hey, thank you.
There's a battle going on.
Gus, you would say about less than half died. A large number of militia survived. throughout this because of the Sunstar being there the entire time and providing a huge benefit.
Nice.
In multiple terms, like visibility is a huge one, but also there's some sensitivity. So a large member of the militia actually survived. Cell swords as well, are the ones that you survived. You'll see a few of them as well. Karina, as you're approaching the area, you notice that Hamra is already lifting up the body of Malfi and putting it, resting it on the back of the large mammoth. At that point, there's another giant that comes thundering in from the other area, the other one that joined you lot. And as he approaches and sees Malfi, he does walk up and put a hand on there. He says a good prayer before the three of them just sort of herd Laufey out towards the outskirts of the snow area.
Thank you guys.
You feel that you were heard as they just solemnly walk throughout the rest.
I was going to chase after them,
Sure.
like when he was wandering off initially.
Oh, sure,
I was
yeah.
gonna go
By all
after him.
means, you're more than welcome to.
I'll accompany them. I'm not going to say a whole lot,
Sure.
like as they're collecting Laufey.
Yeah, your presence isn't dismissed as you're walking alongside them, but they are kind of quiet as they walk with it for quite some time before there's just large collections of snow, especially sort of torn up by the blizzard. They take their time to dig a huge thing before they put down their corpse, cover her body with snow, pat it well, before they just kind of sit and think and pray for a little bit by her corpse. The mammoth as well just rests his whole body down, and not any sort of projectile that was stuck into it is removed. But they sit solemnly and quiet around Laufey's body.
I'll wait a while before saying anything, bringing anything up about what happened and what it means. I'll give them time.
As time passes, is there anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 different searches.
Mm-hmm.
First search for that frickin' arrow.
One day.
One day I'll find it.
And by the time you come to the wreckage, a lot of it is just been blown by the blizzard. But
Ay,
yeah,
Dios
go ahead and
mío.
roll
Hoping
investigation.
it's stuck in there somewhere. Bye, arrow. Natural one. So 6.
It's so much of it's been blown by the blizzard. So the
You
shard
see it,
is just
it's
kinda
broken in
taken away
half.
by debris. It's it's hard to find it.
Okay, my second one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go over to where Marcus. I know he literally got obliterated, but if there's any, like, even it doesn't have to be like something, but something that shows that he was there or did good or something, like anything, looking for anything.
Anything about him?
Yeah.
Sure. Let me investigation.
Like one ear. Anything is good enough.
The beam hit
Just the
like
lips.
here.
I can tell these are his lips.
Oh, I'm not that creepy. Investigation.
I'm not Donner Bonner out of here.
9, and I'll take as much time as needed with this one.
Yeah, you would spend the better part of, I guess, the night searching for any kind of sign. Actually, more than I will say, it takes a few hours before you find a bit of fabric, black fabric, and just to one of the edges where it seems to have been sort of singed or torn. It's hard to tell. There is a small speck of the golden dragon. This is whether it's his, you're not sure, but it does belong to the Zentrum that was under the guise of.
Kind of look at it and just pull it tight and tuck it into my something in my body.
A belt?
Yeah, a belt. Tuck it
Okay.
into my belt.
Yeah.
Okay. And then go looking for to see if any of the other group from my group is still.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Alright, so as Kronos spends the rest of his night doing that, Tobias, Gwen?
I feel that I have a mild concussion, so I'm just gonna take a nap I'm gonna lay down and go to sleep.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. Give her
I'm like, guys, I have a concussion. I'm just gonna lay down right here.
Tip for anyone.
And you guys
Don't do
can
that.
just wake me up.
Outside of the tower. He's just gonna
Right in there.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm good.
I'm
Why
gonna
don't we
take a nap.
just go home?
It's cold in the snow.
Let's just go to our house and
So
you can
much
sleep
blood.
there.
Okay, buddy.
Alright.
I'm just gonna lean heavily on you then.
Okay.
As the two of you make your way out towards the house, you see the same thing. Commoners start to come out, and there's some embracing, people hugging each other. Now and then a member of the militias currently searching before he finds, or she finds, their family, and there's some strong embracing of them returning. You guys round the corner and head out towards where you remember your house being.
Oh my god, I hope our house is still there. Please.
2 shattered windows, but your house still stands.
Two shattered the windows is all that's left.
It's all that's left.
We can live with that.
Well, yeah, we can fix the house. Oh my god.
Okay, as you guys arrive back inside your house, Charlie immediately puts Ronaldo down and just sort of, alright, your job is to make sure he doesn't pee on him and you look after him, right? And he starts
I mean, ideally,
boarding
nobody
up-
pee on anybody.
starts boarding up the windows and just pushing like furniture in front of the windows to stop the cold air from blowing in. Before, if there's not anything else anyone would like to do, we can all go ahead and take a long rest as we go through the night.
I need one of those. Do we still get our 10 temporary hit points?
You do indeed. The blessings of the Morning Lord have not left everybody.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Thanks, son.
Thanks, oh God.
Also, canonically, when I got home,
Mm-hmm.
I went to my bed to go to sleep. Raymond was there, and I was like, but it's okay. It was just trash baby inside. Raymond's not alive. That's where I keep my weasel.
Keep your weasel.
I
in
keep my
your-
weasel in my scarecrow Raymond. One day he'll come alive, like in my dream.
Sure.
But for now, he's just straw.
He haunts my dreams every night.
Oh yeah, he is scary.
Alright.
I do not trust
But
Raymond.
I'm rooming with you too, 'cause- so I'm just like, Jesus.
Oh my god. Did he move? He wasn't there earlier. Why is this happening?
No, I just picture you like in the middle of the night, like moving Raymond like closer to me,
And I'm like,
and just in the morning waking up, being like,
he said he wanted to look at you.
"You need
You're
to stop
welcome."
doing that."
He loves it.
Jeez.
So, Donna, as you wake up, you do notice that you're smelling pretty strongly of booze, but Ronaldo's just kind of tucked up underneath your face, like kind of curled up pretty tightly, but as soon as you wake up, you smell like, oh yeah, he drank.
I need to start massaging his temples because I know I
Mhm.
have a pretty bad.
He's out cold, but there is a...
You are too good.
Borla, as the night went on, how would you have preferred to take your rest?
Curl up in a booth.
Go up in a booth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
Whether or not it was actually a booth, because I was so blacked out, it might have been the stable again. I don't know.
by the time you wake up, you do find that you don't have a blanket kind of put over you.
Mm-hmm.
Good sign.
But when you do wake up, Remy and Bartabon are both inside their own like little sleeping bag situations in front of the fire, as there was a bit of a sleepover that happened, and they are just out cold from the night before, just rock off their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll stumble over and look for bread.
There's definitely some bread.
Just gonna
with them stuff.
like an entire loaf, just.
And a dry mouth.
You could join the massage.
Slick paper.
Each chew is really slow too, because I can hear my teeth hit.
Man.
Alright. Well, as you guys all take your time to wake up and go about the day, the aurora is already out and stripping over the town, and there are a few people just kind of walking amongst the city, just taking a look at everything that's kind of occurred. That's happened so far.
I'm gonna go back looking for my group.
Alright. Roll me investigation or persuasion, depending on if you're asking people or if you're just trying to.
Go investigation. Yeah, can't do math right now. 23.
23. A little bit more vigilant today, as you're out and about after a nice long rest and the dwarven spirits within inside you, taking their time to heal you up.
My brain working.
But as you search, there's still no sign of your friends, I'm afraid.
Well, it's gonna be great to explain. Can I go find a messenger maybe, or a way to send a message?
Sure. It doesn't take you too long to find like a member of the Zectron. Still walking about. Before long, yeah, we'll see you come across a dwarven fellow. Rather ugly, this poor gentleman, as his nose just seems to have been cut off like at the tip a little bit. He looks a little bit beat up from it all, but he's still feisty. And he says, alright, well, I'm sure we can manage to send a message, even inside troubled times such as these.
I'll do you good. I'll pay you some good too.
Alright, there we go. Now we're talking. What is it that you're looking, who can I find? What should I say? What?
What? Okay.
This isn't water, But you start drinking it, you gotta like stick to it. You know what I mean? You can't quit halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chug.
Ah,
Yeah.
Well,
good water.
I'm only gonna have you send one message because Emily forgot her other book with all the other names in it. So we're just gonna go with one person right now.
Right. We could probably do one, yeah.
This is Emily asking.
Sure.
Okay. The name that you gave me, would I call her the one in quotation marks or her full name?
You would, yeah, you would probably call it a quotation marks. I think you've known her
Okay.
enough, and
Okay.
yeah, it is what she goes by.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to send a message to someone named Rogue. She's in Baldur's Gate.
Oh yeah, I know where she is. Yeah.
Tell her that everyone.
In Stephen?
Wow.
Yeah. You're good.
Everyone.
There's a lot of names to remember. You never have to feel obligated to remember them all.
Can
No.
you tell her that everyone in East Haven is known?
Yeah.
She'll know what that means.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
fuck.
add in what happened. Maybe give a little bit of context as to why.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to. She'll ask a billion fucking questions.
Yeah. I know. So glad I could be the bearer.
Right.
Fun.
Oh, I won't. Thank you. Shit, why do I have to fucking ask her? Oh, payment, please.
Yeah. How much?
Oh, 10 gold if it's rogue.
Yeah. 10 gold and I'll throw in an extra 2.
Very quickly. Whoop.
Throw in an extra 2.
Thank you kindly.
nice.
Tax it away.
Yeah. You're gonna need that extra 2.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna stop off at another town, get some supplies, and then I'll head on out.
Thank you.
Alright. Fuck. Rogue. She walks away and mumbles for a little bit.
Yeah, we all know.
I will say, at some point throughout the day, there's a knock on the door of the house. At some point.
I'll answer it because I'm up already.
As you open it up, you immediately have to do a. Oh, as you look down, the familiar face of an old female dwarf,
Oh.
battered and bruised, like pretty badly beat up, but still standing rather proudly is Lynn Trollbane. And she's, oh, good. You were the one that I was hoping to see.
Me and
Oh God, I'm happy you're alright. She goes and just hugs you for a little while. And it's not as staunch of a hug as she's used to giving before. That's good. Is my niece around?
Borla didn't come home last night. I'm assuming she passed out at the White Lady.
Oh, right. I'll go find her in a bit. I was hoping that you and I could possibly have a word.
Of course.
Oh, thank you so much. Is that coffee as well?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Like, how do you
She's a coffee gal.
take it?
Oh, just the pitch black. If you could just hit me in the mouth the second I have it.
Oh.
Alright.
Hey, there it is. Takes a big solid sip of it.
Please have a seat.
I apologize for the hastiness of it. I am really happy to hear that you all are okay. But there is something that I'm afraid if we don't react fast, it could go in a bit of a strange direction. You see, lad, Danath, the speaker, is dead. He didn't survive the siege on Town Hall.
How? I mean, he would have been protected in the hall. I mean, he would have.
It was, they did their best. But Town Hall was demolished and, well, I'm guessing the dragon, by the looks of it, an entire sweep from the harbour side. We didn't expect them to cross the lake, but they did. And, well, Dennis is gone. I've heard Captain Arlagarth is gone. And I've heard of the fate that bestowed Lieutenant Boren as well. The reason I'm here, lad, is the town's going to need a leader. They're going to look for another speaker. They're going to look for another captain, another lieutenant. And I've been around long enough to see power grabs get real mean. And I bear no ill will to the people you paid to be here. By all means, I'm sure a lot of us owe their lives to that. But power is it's a tempting thing. I think this is something that you should capitalize on.
How would we do that?
I suppose we could be the ones to start rallying a town rally out towards the area of it all, and see if maybe Ronaldo could do a good job of maintaining the crowd as well. He does a good job of that. And if we gather people up, I'll speak for you. I know there are others that will as well. I don't think there'll be too much of an argument if we quick to. I'm sorry to put this on you so soon, but it's just I see this going in a bad direction if we don't do it quick.
I understand. I'll
Think about it over breakfast. Speak to people if you wish.
yeah, I'll need to talk to everybody.
Right.
And Lynn, one thing that concerns me is that we can take over and try to help this town, but if Frost Maiden is still alive, no one is really safe.
Much is true. Well, I suppose the question is this. In regards to the Frostmaiden being out there, do you think everyone is safer under the command of someone else? Or do you feel that they're safer under you? Something to think about. Thank you for the coffee. I'm going to go see if I can find my niece, if she's not swimming. And,
I would check the white lady.
sounds good.
And are you okay? You look like you could use some medical attention.
It'll take a lot to put me down. And she gets up and says, alright, maybe a nap later. She goes out towards the door. She does take a stop and look at you and she says, oh, it's good to see you going good too.
It's going great. Did they tell you about the demon?
She gives you a little bit of a poke and she's like, I liked you better with less flesh. But you are cute now.
Yikes. Thanks.
But please, don't tell me about any demon. She opens up the door and just
Well, you are not going to want to hear that
the
then.
story and walks on out.
Whew.
It is at this point, Ronaldo does stumble downstairs. Kind of. Is there coffee?
Yeah.
I could go for a cup of coffee. He starts stumbling down and he pours himself like a cup in 2 hands. Oh, that's good stuff.
How was your night?
Needed. Yeah.
You earned it.
Yeah. That was something. Wow.
Speaker's dead.
Oh. Oh, it's,
I'm sorry.
oh, it's, that's a hard one. Oh, you're a good guy. Okay. What does that mean? Now.
Lynn just stopped by to deliver that news to me.
Oh.
To ask me if, encourage me to take his place. And the good people to take over.
How do you feel about that? Where do you stand on that?
I don't know. Just a few months ago, I was an exiled rich kid who got everyone killed. I was a coward.
It's hard to believe.
And now, all I want to do is make sure that everybody's okay.
A few months ago, I spoke to a ghost for copper.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did. Yeah. Wow. The time does move fast.
I think it'll really come down to what the others think.
And, I have my opinions on it, but obviously I won't speak for them.
What are
But
your opinions?
I don't think there's anybody better fit for it. Borla's strong. You know, she united giants and dwarves. You know, what Kranos seems to have connections. Gwen does things I literally battle to imagine in song form.
Thanks, I'm a nightmare.
Donna is my muse. She's so much more capable of what she thinks she is, but you
I'm on a staircase.
you're,
Listening in.
you're people. Whether, I don't know, your dad tried to make you the wrong side of that coin or not, you're people. And I can sing songs for people, I can persuade them, I can turn a phrase, I can make people laugh, sing, cry. But it's an entirely different thing to be able to influence people. And I've seen you do it. If this is a journey you want to do, and I think that's solely your decision to make. Just know that I'll stand by you either way. If you choose to decline, I will leave it at that and go on. Continue to write stories about the good people. If you agree, in any way, shape, or form that you need me, I'll be here. I don't want to go back to talking to ghosts for copper. I like this. I like fighting bad people. I like defending people. I like writing an actual story. This is an actual story. This is what immortality is. Because as long as we're gone, this story's going to stay behind. You guys have done amazing things. So, I think I need to throw them.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Pops
No,
off the
no, no.
chain, just sort of
Oh.
runs to the wash area.
Yeah.
Goes and throws up.
We're just sitting there all like, wow, and in the
Wow.
background here,
He's a gentleman about it.
Gwen,
Not right
yeah.
Hit the candles.
what do you think?
About you being the president? I think he should be the president, and I'll tell you why. Because in this whole place, all these people I met, good people, right? I think you're the person who most, I don't want to say is scared to let other people down, but you're really scared to let other people down, which makes you an amazing friend, and you're so cool, and you do all this amazing stuff for us. And if you could do for this town what you did just for like me and you guys, this would be an amazing place to live. I want to live here if you're the president, you know? I don't know how the politics work, actually.
Thank you, Gwen.
Concussion Gwen is so sweet.
Cool. I gotta lay down now again. I'll see y'all.
Just gonna.
Cool. My eyes are rolling in the back of my head a little bit.
Eventually,
It's good.
back at the white lady and there's a push over, and just chewing on bread with a dry mouth. Remy and
Like 3/4 of the way through it at this point. Just eating the entire loaf.
Covered in crumbs.
the door opens and you see a familiar old face. As Lynn Trollman walks in, she's like, "Liking this bread." And she hops on board and she'll just take any sort of leftover bottle and she pours herself something strong. Hey.
I got the good stuff out.
I'm so proud of you lot. It's a big hug from her. And once again, it's not the tightest hug.
Doesn't take much right now.
Yeah.
Glad to see you're okay.
Of course I'm okay. I'm gonna feel this for a long time, though. I think retirement's calling me. Pour yourself some more of a drink before.
feel like you could pick a better place to retire to, though. Like, whatever this world's version of Florida is.
The opposite of this.
Maybe.
Bit warmer, maybe. I don't know.
I'd look forward to it.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the wilderness of this all, but I think, our rivers are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Green leaves,
Yeah.
grass.
Mm-hmm. I miss those a bit, yeah.
This place used to have it. Sometimes. Summertime. It was. So small of it.
Yeah. I was thinking for a bit we might be able to bring that back, but I don't know. I feel like we got caught up in it and got a bit of a wake up call last night.
I found Boren and a few of the other lads twisted in that ice.
Right.
Was it her?
Yeah, she paid us a visit. Came on, I think she has like a big bird or something that she travels with.
Okay.
It was bigger than the dragon, whatever it was. It's hard to make out in the blizzard.
Oof.
And of course she's like a big bird too, but I don't know. Oh, my head.
She's got the theme coming on.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, I think maybe retiring someplace else might be nice.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll make sure that this town is on its feet, and then I'll be able to leave with a good conscience.
I figured you've earned it, I suppose, too. I don't know, maybe it was a mistake to come here.
And there's a shit ton of people just outside that would probably disagree with you saying that.
Maybe. But
I know you didn't come here looking for heroics. I didn't invite you here for it, that's for sure.
well, that's true. I mean, I wanted a distraction, I suppose, but it's a bit much. Yeah. If we hadn't done this stuff, would this have happened? Oh, pissed off the Durgar, killed Sunblight's kids.
Oh, us. They were up to no good for the longest time. Oh, I didn't tell you this beforehand. I never really got the chance. But your wee friend came to me someday. The little kobold fella with the funny glove.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or whatever. He's a sneaky little shite.
Yeah, he says that we can trust him, and
Aye. Well, he was digging up some, information about, the dogger. He was asking me a few of the things that I had found, especially after, going after the, Sifik. What's his name?
yeah,
And,
go through, yeah.
Sifik was one of them.
One of
He was a
what is it?
dogger.
What?
Hey.
It
What
looked
is that?
more like one of the tall folk.
Yeah, he looked like Tobias.
Right.
But no, he was Dugan a long time. Betrayed his people apparently because he started worshipping the Frost Maiden. Taking this whole blessed be the winter thing a little too far. And started delving inside magic from her side of it all. And of course, the Sunblights found out about this and apparently put him down. Seems Zardarak was after this whole business with somebody else in mind, but I guess he was reincarnated, brought about into a rather handsome fella, and this explains the whole,
Right.
So, the reason I'm telling you this, lass, is they were doing shit behind the scenes with or without you.
I suppose we're not quite done yet.
No, it's up to you, Lost.
A little curious how much of last night not killing us was her just trying to intimidate, not actually really having a dinner to fight like that. You saw the sun out for a little bit longer. Maybe we are making a dent.
At that point, you hear yeah, it kind of makes sense. We should have fixed his way up. And usually his sort of smooth back hair at this point is kind of like shaggy. And for somehow he's got 5 o'clock stubble already out of his face.
Wow.
Because he kind of leans up.
Productive.
Says, that actually does make a lot of sense. Shit.
I think we need to talk to our friend Dizzy again, huh?
I think maybe, yeah. Last I checked from him, he stole some of the books from the library to keep it safe for Luxrack. So let's hope he saves something good.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck my head. Oh. Oh, I haven't had a night that good in a while. Thank you, Paula. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Wow.
all kind of needed it, yeah.
Where's
What happened?
Where's Ronaldo?
My gosh.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I probably wanted off his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna recover. And I think it's time to dig up some dirt. Let's get some good minds on this shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Alright?
I'll take
Yeah,
this.
gotta throw it. He goes into the back room.
Oh, these amateurs.
Yeah.
We've done this a few thousand times.
You're
To
covered by
that.
crumbs.
You're like a
I know-
hungover Nancy
I know
Drew.
my remedies. I know them.
Yeah.
They'll see come back and just starts reaching up.
Plan.
Listen, Lost.
Mm.
Oh, it's dry. Oh, I'll pick the steel one. I just wanted to bring something to your attention beforehand. I didn't want you hearing it from elsewhere, but
Sure. What?
the speaker, Darth, he's dead. And I approached Tobias this morning, and I suggested that his name be in that of the speaker. I just thought you'd appreciate me telling you, in addition to, you know, I didn't want you thinking I was leaving you out of the loop here.
No, you're good. Yeah, Tobias, I mean, I couldn't think of anyone better for the job.
Hurts me to say it, but me neither. Didn't like him when I first met him.
It isn't too crazy either, I suppose.
But I'll be damned if he hasn't done a damn good job. The whole lot of them, really.
Yeah, it's a good group. I'm not used to being this close to folks.
I'm not hearing this, but I love hearing this.
Anyway, I'm gonna go just do some damage control or something. But sit still for too long, I'm gonna go insane. So,
Yeah, don't leave without,
oh,
saying goodbye and all that. And
please say goodbye to you.
guess-
One final word with the Giants might be nice before I head on out.
yeah, absolutely.
So proud of you. She's a tight squeeze in your shoulder before she gets up and she saunters on out, leaving into the bar room. Archibald still snoring, and Whiskey's kind of curled up on his chest.
Look over at a bottle. No, and I start heading back to the house. Finally, feeling okay enough to go back.
Some water.
Grab some
so
snow
passed out.
on the way. Just start eating snow.
Snow cones.
I've got that ring of warmth on, so I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna have
Think
a-
of that. That's actually very creative.
Yeah, so you don't lose any energy
Yeah.
eating snow.
Yeah.
Real quick, this looks like a Milano.
Mm.
It
Oh,
does.
sure.
It's
It
what
does.
Yeah.
Sadly, not as tasty.
You've been wondering why you want to eat it all the time. That's why, Milano.
I'd start making my way back
Yeah.
to the house as well.
By the time you guys rocking in at this point, Charlie Book has kind of swept all the snow out of the house for a little bit,
What a good guy.
and he's holding Ronaldo, who's very hungover. He's like, "Okay, grab that."
The dog.
From that guy. From the Ronaldo the guy. Sorry. And he's kind of holding him up in front of the
Both.
cabinets, and Ronaldo's like, "That one, and that one, and that one." He's what? And he's helping Ronaldo gather stuff to cook
Aww.
because Ronaldo's just still too hungover to do anything.
He's replaced the dog with the actual Ronaldo.
That
I'm like
one,
little baby
and
carrier.
that one,
Little
and that one,
baby.
and yeah. So between the two of them, they
Teamwork.
started to get some kind of food boiling up, and they're kind of cooking inside the kitchen at this moment in time. The dogs are kind of just running outside for a little bit, just playing with each other now and then. The Ronaldo dog, is currently on just kind of curled up inside the corner. His one leg's still bandaged up.
I'm
No.
gonna go with no Ronaldo. I'm just gonna curl up.
Oh, very quickly it's one of those.
Curl up in a ball.
Like that, yeah.
Heck noise.
Little
But,
puppy snuggle we all want and need.
Oh.
A very rare moment for the good people as you guys are kind of collected, not confronting any kind of dangers, not going on any adventures,
Nope. Nope.
but together inside your house with some friends, dogs going on crazy and a little bit in the background, and none of the smell of food is starting to cook about. And,
The best part is the mortgage pays. The mortgage is already done. We were paid for this house, so
yeah,
That's true.
it's officially your property. Yeah.
yeah. Who's gonna bill us? The speaker? No.
It's actually,
Oh.
No. Who the fuck's gonna charge us?
You're not wrong, but I hate that you're right.
it's gonna make a property tax joke and then just.
We're like, no, I don't want to do math in here.
Rolled up or that concussion blame.
Jeez.
You're like, you know what? Do go to sleep. Actually, do take a little nap. Why don't you?
That'd be a great clip to share on the Instagram.
No.
There's no spoiler.
Oh, sure.
No. Just immediate boos from the whole table.
So,
You can share it after.
so Speaker Kinsley, first of his name. Does that sound good to you?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like it.
You know, George Washington didn't want to lead his people either, and that's what made him such a good leader.
Ah, yes, the famous George Washington.
Yes.
Is Fidel.
You know, he was half orc. So he was very tall.
Yep.
White hair as well.
Really
Ronaldo
respected him.
picks up, "You've been reading my books?" Wow.
well,
Your fabulous
Super
fantasy.
hot.
Very good.
Well, you speak pretty much every day, so I think you could be a speaker.
Mm.
I think that before
At
I
time.
make any kind of decision, I need to know where does everybody stand. I mean, we were all from different places, and then we came together, and we traveled all over these lands together. But I mean, are y'all staying here for a while?
Do you think holding this position would get in the way of other adventures?
I think if I took this job, I would have to stay here.
Oh,
I can.
I mean, that's
yeah.
part of the job.
The Monday through
Well.
Friday thing.
I think I think every speaker's probably different, but if I were to be this town's speaker, I would want to be fully committed to it.
Yeah.
Don't want to be like the adventuring speaker, or at least even.
No, sounds like a nice ring to it.
Yeah? You could have your secretary do the work, like a regular boss.
Good songs. Deputy
Yeah.
speaker takes care of all the boring
Paperwork.
bureaucratic.
Yeah.
Weird thing to say with an accent.
Bureaucratic.
Just.
And I'm sure a lot of us would stay here. We all know people.
I don't know if we had much of a. I don't really have much of a thing to go back to, so
And I don't want to go back.
Would you be interested in gainful employment here in East Haven?
Always.
Whoa. I've never been gainfully employed before. Dang.
Don't know.
yeah.
What's gainful employment mean?
Do you
Okay.
Because if I were to do this, I mean, if you wanted to, I'd like for all of you to be here with me.
I think we can all serve different roles.
Can you say that forward?
Can they afford us?
Can they afford us?
We're pretty
Well-
expensive.
Yeah, you gotta pay me in bread.
You have to remember I'm independently wealthy.
Damn, I forgot that.
That is true,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think chances are you'd be paid better than most government employees.
Well,
Hey.
I don't know
good
about me,
changes.
but I'll gladly add my money to the pool to pay off the dragon, who we still need to pay.
Right, we have to figure that out still.
So
We could hire her too. She could join the team. Oh, you don't know. Okay.
No, no.
no,
I was there.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Totally forgot. I was like, oh, we won.
we didn't know which NPC
Yeah,
we were
see,
talking
unfortunately- I'm like, who is this?
She might have forgotten.
There are 2 dragons, yeah. Well, no, there's 1, but there were 2 dragons. Oh, goodness.
I never forget. I wake up in a cold sweat at night thinking about it, so it's going pretty well.
I think you should consider it, because it's ultimately your choice whether or not you go for it, and if the people support it, I mean, did help save them, but I don't think it will get in the way of us pursuing a few of these other things. Well, the dragon, because if you don't pay the dragon, it will murder everyone.
Right. That should probably be my first order of business
right.
as speaker. But
Maybe at least put a plan in place
Yeah.
within the time limit.
Yeah.
And then we should probably see what Desi has, and then his other magic buddies, ex-buddies. They might know something.
And as much as I don't want to, I might have some contacts that can help us with the money. If need be.
You do that.
Yeah, I mean, after everything we've been through, I think you guys deserve some help. So,
I don't have
my way
any
of helping.
money, but I can blow stuff up, so, you know, if you need that.
It's very helpful, Gwen. It's been absolutely paramount to our success so far.
Cool. So just give me a job where that's most of what I do.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Like, I could work in the library, I could work at, like, the children's center, at, like, you know, the daycare, wherever you want me to work, I could work.
How about like prison?
Prison? That's cool. I can make friends there. They can't leave.
No.
Oh, that's good.
You can literally talk their heads off.
They will want to leave, but they cannot. This sounds fun. I like cushy government jobs. Cushy government jobs. Come on, people. Let me hear it. Just me? Okay.
Fishy government.
Gotta make sure
Woo!
eliminate term limits right away.
Right away.
I can be the only guard because the other guards are in danger.
Vision and dental. And,
Yes.
Wow.
You know?
What jobs do you guys want? Huh?
How soon do you want us to start these jobs?
Oh.
I can start blowing stuff up right like that.
Guess he has to
Right
get
now.
the job first.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's already got it.
Tell me what to explode. It'll happen now.
I meant the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I've known you for a while, but I'm still scared.
And
Me too.
I don't want to bring everybody back down again, though I suppose the mood's appropriate. Eventually, there's going to be another need for a sacrifice. Can we just shift to giving her a bunch of potatoes or something like the other places?
Or animals.
I don't know.
Or like
But-
maybe compliments.
I'm pretty sure you're yeah,
Humans.
You know?
you're not not in support of continuing the human sacrifice.
No.
That would affect my vote for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
I'll run against you. I don't want it.
vote for Barla.
I'll immediately resign.
I'll only kill
You
some
know,
people.
George Washington didn't want. Okay.
I
sorry.
murdered the man in the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
First order of business. need to figure out how to take her down.
When is the next sacrifice? Do we know?
That's the timeline, yeah.
I mean, just short of a month. You guys, before the
Okay.
invasion happened, there was
Mm-hmm.
the brawl, and then we convinced the speaker to ignore it before going onto the siege.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Hold
and she
it
didn't
tight.
just collect a whole bunch of corpses.
She did.
That's true. It should buy us like a few years.
Flash forward 10 years.
I've been doing push-ups every day. I'm ripped.
Yeah, so maybe does he? I mean, unless we have some other thing that we're looking at. No other leads.
I think Desi's our best bet.
Yeah.
The dragon
Yeah.
I spoke to seemed to know a bit about her. She might know where she is.
It looks like we need to start
That's true.
making money.
I think I might be able to get us out of that.
Well,
I mean, I think we should
can
have.
also probably get us.
You think you get
Lots of-
200,000 gold? If
Yeah.
that's- Well, I think that's.
Exactly what we need.
Exactly. Plus 10.
It wasn't 100,000 gold.
Or 100. It was a
Oh my
100,000.
god. Oh, okay. Whew.
Interest was terrible.
Already trying
Yeah,
to
the interest.
overcharge.
You know me. Well, I'm hoping that I can talk to her again.
Let's see what I can do before I make.
Yeah, maybe you go look for money, and then if not, then we'll
Yeah, I'm
seduce
just
the
gonna
dragon.
go look underneath some barrels.
That's the backup for sure. Yeah. And if not, I'm sorry, you
That's
have to
where
have
I'm
sex with
going
the
to find
dragon.
that money. Barrels.
You must.
Couch cushions.
I'm gonna oblivion it. I'm gonna keep taking stuff and selling it back to people.
We have a little trench coat. Hey, how do you like this? Whoa.
Watches. And,
Alchemist
too much
fire.
Storage space. It's fun.
Well, what should we do now?
Yeah.
Can I use my arcana to see if I remember how to remember a demon name? How do I learn a demon name I've been thinking about? You know how demons have true names? Where would I find that true name? I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can go ahead and make the roll.
Let's see what happens. It's
Just-
loading. He's thinking about
Just
it.
knowing that she's doing this, I'm just gonna be like, alright, I got enough to think about, and I'm just gonna leave.
13.
Off the top of your head, and being as short-lived as your consciousness is right now.
I don't know anything about anything.
No, you don't.
I gotta lay down
Nothing
again.
really comes to your log out immediately.
Anyway, that was what I had. Okay, you guys. I was thinking about demons.
Guess we go to town hall, or where were you? I don't know. I don't know.
Where did we last see Desi?
Oh, before the siege,
Mhm.
you were the last to see Desi, as he gave
Uh-oh.
you some of the memories from
Mm-hmm.
or, out in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I double fisted it. I took both the memories at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. It almost went insane.
But I did it, probably, because here I am. Okay.
This was all just a trip.
It's a
of
dream.
Wow.
Oh my
Start
god.
waking her up. What are you dreaming
Yeah,
about?
and when you wake up, it's just imagine campaign 2 characters.
Oh my
You're
god.
like, welcome to campaign 2.
Who the F am I?
Yeah, so you were the last person to. I mean, typically trying to meet up with Dizzy, you went through Remy. Beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man on the inside, wink wink.
Wink, wink. Eyebrow raising.
So we gotta talk to Remy.
Have you seen Remford lately?
He was at the bar. Didn't leave the bar, did he?
You did.
He did. Ah,
Damn it.
crap.
Yeah.
He might have said where he was going, but I don't remember.
I think he was going to
Trying to
see
remember.
about Desi. Or
I roll.
Oh, wait.
I roll a
Oh,
panda
yeah.
to remember.
Yeah. You remember him saying
He was
he's gonna go talk to Daisy and just try and get as many like
right.
decent researching minds
Ah,
onto
so
this topic.
Two
Good,
birds,
good.
one
Yeah, he
stone.
actually is already on it. I guess we have to wait. How do we get someone elected to speaker, Ronaldo?
Oh, I mean, this is kind of a new circumstance for the situation. I mean, in this particular moment, I imagine it would just simply be a process of election. It might bode you well to, put your name out there, and instead of sort of declaring it as, I plant my flag kind of thing, it might just be decent enough to, you would like to throw your name in contention for the role speaker. If there's anybody else that would like to go about it, I think that's when a process on an election would go by. I personally would not recommend the tyrannical, quote-unquote version of I'm the speaker now kind of vibe. Not to say that you would, but that is how some people could probably misinterpret.
Okay, so who do we talk to about throwing my hat into the ring?
Well, I suppose if I can see if I can get a group meeting, just a sort of town meeting, going about, and then that's when you can say that you are willing to step up to be the speaker. And if there's anybody else that would like to throw names, out there, then we can go about a process of election there and there. Yeah, alright, I could probably organize that for you. Charlie, you got this, right? Sort of hops on that and says, right? Just kind of still cooking. Oh no. Just starts going about, doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's cooking.
I'm gonna try and help.
Yeah?
Nice.
Probably still have a check.
Yeah, I've been out, cooking food on hunting trips and whatnot.
Yeah, you have.
Survival? I'm pretty good at survival.
Alright.
Except when I roll a 6. 11.
Alright, so
Not terrible. Yeah.
now Borla and Charlie are cooking away.
No,
As
You're not Martha Stewart, but you're doing
I
it.
just want to be closer to the food.
as Ronaldo.
Oh, gotta sample that. Gotta sample that.
It's not poison.
Alright, as Ronaldo heads out and is going to see if we can organize a town meeting, as time is going to pass on, is there any particular way you guys would like to spend it?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go back to the tower.
Okay.
The one that wasn't destroyed. The one I was at before.
Yeah.
And go back to the top and just well, actually I'd have to climb back up because I boarded the
I was
gate.
about to say you're only a strength try.
Nope, I'm going to climb up the side.
Alright.
Back where I left the rope and then detach it. And just kind of sit on the pillar, think about what I just agreed to, take off my cloak and grab my crown that's around my head, and just stare at it and go, can't believe I have to fucking interact with you shits again.
Yeah, you lived alone at the top of the tower. As night is slowly starting to concave for a while, throughout the passage of time, you do eventually start to see people gathering round about to the entrance of, like round about at the base of the towers, when it's known in small groups of people slowly start to arrive. Eventually, unless there's anything else anybody else would like to do, yes, please.
I would like to cast Unseen Servant.
Oh,
The
okay.
spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless medium force that
What did you-
performs simple tasks.
What did you name them again?
Oh, I don't even remember. There's just some ghost that lives in our house. Yeah, he takes the coats. But now I have a different task for him.
What was his name?
Yeah.
I don't even
think we
know.
named him.
I don't think I named him.
Nathan.
Nathan? That sounds right.
It was Nathan
It was
something.
Nathan.
Let's call him Nathan
Yeah.
something.
The
The
ghost?
Finn.
Nathan something square. Yeah.
You named some creature Nathan something, and I
He
remember
sounds
thinking
like a
it was fucking
Nathan.
hilarious.
Nathaniel, I have to talk to you.
Okay.
I want you to make a bunch of copies of a poster that say Tobias for President. And I want you to draw a picture of that guy's face on every poster and hang them around town.
It has stats, so I'm gonna.
Yeah!
Oh no.
We're getting in here, buddy.
You see,
We're doing it.
on some leftover parchment and stuff that I guess
Yeah.
adapted from like Ronaldo's study. There's
Oh, this is gonna get us the election, you guys. This is gonna win us. Also,
So
I didn't
there's a
want to
lot
say
of-
anything.
Tobias for president, as we put on there, and a very, very rough sketch of Tobias. Kind of like curly hair.
It's like a bad police sketch.
Yeah, and yep, but
That's uncanny.
Raymond
now,
did.
towards the end of the night, yeah, there's plenty of pamphlets of.
It's great.
Wait, what's a president? What's a president?
You know, it's like the person who tells everybody what to do even though they don't want to do that.
Sure.
And I think he would be great at that.
Are you
Anyway.
Southern now?
And I think he would be great at that. So yeah, I hope you win, buddy.
Really taking the role.
It's a grassroots campaign.
Yes, it is.
Eventually, the door does open, and Ronaldo walks in with Remy. At this point, he says, sorry for sorry it took us a little while, but we've managed to gather quite a few commoners at the base of the tower. We figured the town hall maybe not the best place, considering its stature or lack thereof. I hope it's sorry, but I kind of took the liberty of telling Remy about everything. Which point Remy's like, yeah, you sure you good on this, kid? Yeah. Alright. Well, yeah, I guess I'll go, keep the crowd entertained until, you're ready to come on by. I'll keep it as vague as possible. Honestly, actually, it would do me well if I could borrow the big guy. Charlie, do you mind coming with me just in case? It'll just bode really well for the whole kind of image.
They're gonna do like a magic mic thing, the two of them. That's how they're gonna entertain the crowd.
Oh,
Alrighty.
quantum magic.
Okay, buddy. Oh, you're pretty magic.
Oh. Alright. Oh.
Okay.
I just pictured that and I want it out of my head.
Yeah, that's Charlie exits out. With Remy. Ronaldo's like, alright, I guess I'll probably follow suit with you. Kind of the same thing as we did before all this sort of mess. I'll just kind of introduce you, and then if you want to go ahead and run, and we can ask if there's anybody else that they want. Yeah. If you get.
Elected, you've got a spy master and Remy. It's good to have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't even think of that.
If he wants to do it, but I think you're his boss anyway, so.
Babe, can you come with me to the stage when I do it? You're,
I'm gonna come with you to the stage.
yeah, you're kind of like well, you're kind of like a hero now.
Oh, a tiefling, a hero of a town, maybe a government official soon.
Yeah. I think it'd be a beautiful one.
I think to be safe, I'll just work in sanitation.
Like the
That's
mob.
fair.
It's good. That's where you make the money. I've seen The Sopranos.
If I don't have to say anything, I'm terrible.
No,
stage
no,
fright.
no. I just think you being there would be. It would bode well. I'm gonna change, and then whenever you're ready, big guy. He disappears upstairs, gets ready.
I just love how we're all in our same clothes.
Always.
Covered in blood.
Roll get patched up.
Mostly mine.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Guess I'll get cleaned up.
Yeah, it's taking the time to get yourself ready before long. Night has gathered in Crano. At this point, you've seen a large crowd of people starting to gather up at the town hall.
I'd probably stay there, but start seeing our hide the crown.
Oh, sure, yeah. Still high, about 60 feet above
Yeah,
everybody else.
But just in case.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
It is quite a gathering of people. That's sort of group for it.
Oh my god. Be like, just saying, if I wanted to, any moment. Any moment.
I mean, cannon right below me.
There is also another moment where
I thought about it.
Shows their true form.
you do notice, however, walking up towards the town of people, being led by a much smaller figure. You do notice the giants are starting to walk their way into the town as well, towards the town hall. As they arrive, there is a moment of like, ooh, big guys. But no one really seems to object too much as they kind of start, especially when Charlie's like, oh no! And Charlie's really friendly to them, so they kind of take it down to be like, okay. Whew, giants. Well, ready to go be the boss?
Ready to offer my services.
Okay. Okay, the wording
Alright.
there.
As you guys open up the door immediately,
Yeah, you and me were still on Magic Mike.
As you guys leave the house, sort of leading on by, almost immediately as you open it up and start walking towards the town hall, there's already other commoners that seem to be walking up towards the particular, like the gathering as well. And as soon as you come out, there's nods of approval and appreciation for the things that you've done. Occasionally there's people walking with their kids amongst it that are a little bit kind of scared, still like hugging their leg, but are making their way through. Until you guys arrive towards the tower, which isn't too, the tower where you guys aren't too far from your house. And you notice the two giants standing there as well. And Remy sort of stops on by and walks up to the rest and he says, like, well, got them warmed up for you. Let's make things a little easier, shall we? Lays up his hand and out of each finger a little globule of light just sort of springs over the crowd, just kind of illuminates the area just a little bit better for everybody else. And when his other hand just sort of waves it around, there's a couple of torches have been placed in the ground to light for fire, so it's a little bit warmer for everybody else. And he's so we don't really have the stage, but there's stairs at the tower, I suppose. If you want to go about that. So, whew, come a long way, kid.
Thank you, Remy.
Yeah. Feels good.
I just grab him and pull him in for a hug real quick, like without.
He returns at this time. Gives you a long hug before. Alright. Well, we'll lead the way.
Yeah.
Alright. As you walk on up, Reynolda's holding your hand tight on it. As he leads you to the stage, it sort of gestures out, and just through the magic of thaumaturgy, sort of enhances his voice to everybody. Hello! Thank you everybody for arriving so soon. It's really good to see so many of you here. What we all went through was really hard, and I know right now a lot of us might be feeling a little lost. But true, in times of need and dire stress, there are heroes. And there's one in particular that would like to say something to the town of East Haven. So thank you for coming, and thank you for listening to him. Turns back to you and sort of grabs your hand kind of tightly, and as he does, you can feel just a little bit of bardic magic come into you. He says, alright, kick some ass. Buddy.
I walk up. Evening, East Haven.
Woo! I start clapping.
Roll me persuasion.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I want to get everybody in on this. Okay, it's a 14.
14? Alright, there's some immediate.
It's a smattering.
Yeah! For a few people, and every now and then the giants just kind of like. from the bathroom.
Yeah.
But there's definitely there's quite a few people that clap on and cheer.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see all of you here tonight. I know a lot of us didn't make it. I know there are a lot of you out there who are in mourning. I am in mourning as well. As most of you know, the Speaker of East Haven perished in the battle. A year ago, and every year before that, I spent my entire life in service of only one thing, and that was my own pleasure, my own selfishness. Then a few months ago, I met these people behind me. They're called the good people because Donner just threw that out there at one point. And we didn't really think much of it at the time, but it's taken on new meaning. I think what makes a good person in my book is a person who tries to be good. Being good is an action, it's not a character trait. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, after all those years of serving myself and then these past few months of just trying to be in service of these good people behind me, I'd like to spend the rest of my days in service to you. I would like to try to be good for you. So I would like to offer my services to you as Speaker of East Haven.
There's some mumbling in the crowd before a figure walks forward, a common man. As he does, I would like intelligence rolls from you, from everyone except for Cream, actually. Intelligence rolls, just a d20 and your
They
intelligence.
are.
Oh my god, this has never happened. It was a natural 20.
Oh,
I'm so smart.
okay.
Is intelligence check again?
Correct,
It's not
yeah.
on this one.
Oh yeah, it's just d20 and your intelligence. Yeah. You good?
16.
11.
I know something that you guys don't. This is crazy.
I would say Tobias and Gwen, you guys recognize this guy immediately.
As who?
Back at one of our first adventures inside the tavern of the White Lady Inn, where the blood ghost came out of Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
There were several individuals that were sitting there. One of which was cowering behind the bar. He was a gentleman. He had like a keg with him, and he ended up dropping up the keg and hiding behind the bar at that particular encounter, and then bolted out of the bloody door as soon as the fight was over. And you remember him from that.
Oh, you're the bar coward. Okay, I remember that guy. Yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
That was you? Almost being attacked and you hid like a child.
At that point, Ronaldo is like, do we need to get the wooden spoon?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, shut up.
The spoon hurts.
Excuse me.
Oh, the spoon hurts. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, hello.
How many times have you hit her?
My name's Melvin. How many times does she needs it, babe? Alright.
Alright, whatever.
It's
Go on.
fine.
Okay. But eventually, this older gentleman with kind of black hair, now and then some salt and pepper just decorates it a little bit. Was this? Oh yeah, hello. My name is Mathis. Gwen is indeed right. I was inside the tavern that day when
That's not what I said.
something terrible happened to you, sir.
Okay.
And there were people there that were ready to react. However, there was one individual who hopped over the bar and cowered alongside me, like you so kindly put.
No problem, buddy.
And that was you, sir. I remember you cowering behind the bar with me. And then ever since then, you've gone through a tremendous amount of adventures and personal anguish for the sake of the people here. Reason why I'm bringing this up, sir, is our first encounter, you were just like me. My name's Mathis. I'm a fisherman. I work with Rook. He's somewhere here, I think. And I'm just an ordinary bloke. I like doing my job, even inside the bitter cold, coming back and living on through. So seeing somebody react in the same way that I would to such a sight, rise up and become a very prominent figure in the majority of the people's lives here, I fully support Tobias Kinsley as speaker, and I highly encourage anyone here without a sense of good moral standing that they should agree to such a thing. At which point there's a huge from Charlie as he starts clapping around. He's like, "That's my boss!"
Yeah.
Starts clapping away. And then there's also a few other claps that start to echo around. It's kind of sourceless for a little bit, and if one of you, I would say with your observant feet, you do see Remy kind of jingling his fingers, conjuring like fake applause. He looks at you and is like,
That's impressive.
is that it kind of catches on before everyone starts cheering. And throughout the entire crowd, there is no argument or other person that would like to throw their name in for the election. And as the crowd cheers and gathers, even the giants start applauding and chanting. And it becomes official as Tobias Kinsley is claimed and named on the spot. As
The posters worked!
Start throwing them
I
out.
knew it!
invisible
Yeah.
flyers, invisible servants just handing out flyers.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank
Everyone's
you.
like, oh, so we already got it.
Parody.
But they are eventually tossed into their kind of a celebratory notion, and the lights that Remy
Crumpled up.
conjured
Yeah.
start spinning around. And it's there at the bottom of the tower, and for so long we defended during the siege of East Haven, that the good people rise to another position of power inside the town of East Haven. And that, my friends, is where we're going to end. this episode.
Such a
Icewind
wholesome
Dale, Realm of
episode.
the Frost Maiden.
I have a job now.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Guys, that was wonderful. Some of my favorite sessions are where I get to shut the fuck up and let you guys roleplay stuff. So that was awesome. Thank you.
No,
Thank
get to
you.
play with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in for another episode. Every Tuesday is 5 p.m. Come see where this adventure goes forth. There's very few places to go from here, so it's interesting to see where you guys are going to take it. Now, this is cool. You're a speaker of a town. This is awesome. Yeah, this is going to be great. So feel free to join us. If you love
We know
somebody,
it.
tell them that you love them. Please go check out everything. Follow us if you enjoyed this. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Wow!
And